Hi, it's bystanders at knee stands on Flip TV. As you can see, I've got my back at my back. I've got my microphone on my end. Also, my shoes pulled off just because of you, reviewers and viewers on this platform. Bystanders at Nissan with Michael Adekule. Kudos to CEO of Flip TV, Abiodun Kupoli. You're always keeping it real, making sure you people, viewers in diaspora, get vital information on this platform. Michael Adekunle taking you on today's edition of Bystanders at Newsstands. Let's check out what we have today at the newsstands. On the front page of Vanguard newspaper was Vanguard newspaper disseminating to viewers across the globe. Okay, with a major headline here: Insecurity. Governors re-strategize to contain menace. Governors re-strategize to contain menace on the issue of insecurity. Okay, government kill Catholic priest in Taraba, set his remains vehicle ablaze. Okay, kidnappers of Edo CMD yet to make contact. Family relocates from residence. Enough is enough. Masari warns bandits. Controversy has kidnapped Abu. Students regain freedom. I'm talking about Amadu Bello University students regain freedom from the hands of the kidnappers. Okay, Southwest Joint Task Force will be funded by governors. Private sector says this is done. Okay, homemakers do not follow the crowd. Best way to detoxify is eating healthy. Let's move down to another story on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Imo governor orders arrest of ex-governor Rochas Okorocha. Of course, you know Rochas Okorocha is the ex-governor of Imo State. He has done well, but some persons in Imo State have said that he has not done well. Okay, Imo governor orders arrest of ex-governor Rochas Okorocha. Let's move down to the down part of the newspaper and what we have there. Few Nigerians abroad giving us bad name, says Muhammadu Buhari. Few Nigerians abroad giving us bad name, says Muhammadu Buhari. Of course, we had it on E247 magazine, a subsidiary of Flip TV, that Buhari, the incumbent president of Nigeria, met some Nigerians in Japan, Tokyo. Of course, you know the issue behind Buhari and the IPOB is still ongoing, but Buhari of Nigeria has met some Nigerians in diaspora, especially in Tokyo. He has met them. Let's check out what we have here. Okay, the picture of the president himself, Muhammadu Buhari, with who? The president, Muhammadu Buhari, with Prime Minister Shinzo Abe of Japan at a bilateral meeting with Abe and European Union during TICAD 7 in Yokohama, Japan. State House photo. Okay, let's check out another story here. How I witnessed killing of Ken Sarowiwa in Port Harcourt prisons, says ex-prisoner. These are the stories we have on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Let's join our reviewers for more reviews. I'll be right back. Michael Adekunle is still taking you on today's edition of Bystanders at Newsstands. I'll be right back. The state of insecurity in Nigeria is what we are deliberating on right now. We have here on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper: insecurity, governors re-strategize to contain menace. Insecurity is taking over Nigeria. What is your own take?
What we are trying to say is this, because last week they killed one reverend father in North. So this fight now, in fact, let Buhari stand up, because this fight can't be continued like this. Like the reverend father was going on his own, and the guys just entered to the car and go and kill him and burn him, which is very wrong. Please let government stand up, please. We need more security in this country, please.
Now, what do you think is the problem?
We don't know what's the problem.
Somebody has said that unemployment is a problem.
Unemployment, because Buhari cannot tell you that you should not go and work. But at least you have to go and find work on your own. Don't wait for the government. So let security be tight in each of every country, in every state, please. So they should stop killing Christians. We Christians, we don't have hands on those their fight. Yes, please.
All right, thank you.
We just want to beg. Let Buhari bring more security.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution. Nice one from you. A woman on bystanders at Nissan.
That man that they killed is very painful. The Reverend Father. The Reverend Father that they killed is very painful. Please let Buhari bring more security in this country, please.
Now, looking at this administration, do you think this administration has performed well in terms of securing the lives and properties of Nigerians?
No, the security is too poor. It's poor. I can't lie, it's too poor. Somebody should just be moving on his way, they go and kill him. No, it's too poor, please. Let them bring more security in this country.
Now, what state are you from?
Me, I'm from Cross River State.
Okay, is there security there?
We have state security and some other security too. At least, yeah, they are doing well in my state.
Do you support the bid for state policing?
Yeah, I support, because the other people, they are not doing their work well. So this state security, they are doing their work well. Even the courtism now is trying to calm down. So we thank God for the state security. Yes, let them bring more in other states too, so that they will help them. Yes.
In terms of insecurity, our government of the days are not sincere. They know the right thing to do to protect the country. They are aware that there's a rising population every day in this country. And the only solution to the Nigerian insecurity problem is restructuring. Restructure the system. Let there be state police. Let every state secure its own state. Federal government knows the system. The federal system can no longer work. Nigerian population is increasing every day by day. They know the truth. Buhari know the truth. IG know the truth. That the system can no longer work. They should restructure the system. Let every state control their own state. There should not be federal police. If there will be federal police, it should be concentrated on foreign policies. Let each state have their own state police. That is the only truth. Let each state control their resources. There should be total restructuring. That it devalue the country. The country is too big for a federal government to be having 52% of the resources. We cannot sustain this structure. Poverty will keep on increasing. Unemployment will keep on increasing. The federal government should change the system. System is not working. Look at the youth everywhere. Because of lack of policy formulation, the only solution to the police is restructuring. Power should be reduced from federal to the local government to state government. That's the only solution to the Nigerian problem. Both insecurity, unemployment, whatever you call it, there should be restructuring. They know the truth. And they know more than me. That's the only solution. Look at every day, population is increasing. And you're talking about governors restructuring, it cannot work. Whatever they restructure, it cannot work. Whatever they strategize, it cannot work until they restructure the system. They're only trying to add more to the security vote. The governors are trying to steal more to the security vote by saying they want to strategize. They are all lying. They are playing gambling with us. The only solution to Nigeria is there should be total restructuring. Nigeria should restructure. Federal government can no longer sustain 52% allocation. It cannot work in this kind of rising population. That's my take.
That's your take on insecurity, restructuring, total restructuring. Southwest Joint Task Force will be funded by governors, private sector. Done. Okay, enough is enough. Masari wants bandits. The issue of banditry has been coming something unbearable. Sometimes, 2 days ago, some students were, 2 days ago or yesterday, some students were rescued by the Kaduna, or let me say, by the police. They were kidnapped. They were adopted by kidnappers. But at the end of the day, they were rescued by the police. Now, insecurity issue under this administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is so enormous. Now, what do you think is really the problem? Do you think the opposition is fighting? Do you think the opposition is fighting the incumbent party? Or what do you think is happening to Nigeria?
This security issue did not start from Buhari government. It started from Obasanjo regime. The insecurity is not start from today. Nobody is fighting anybody. The insecurity is as a result of the social menace, social cause of unemployment. People don't have job. You create unrest, indirect unrest, no job, nowhere to go. People are hungry. The federal government is corruption. The root of insecurity is corruption. Opposition is not fighting any government. It's not start today. Boko Haram, good luck fought Boko Haram. Obasanjo fought militant. Everybody keep on fighting each insecurity. There's only one problem. The only problem is unemployment. Social injustice, social injustice and corruption. When somebody will take billions of naira and hide in his cupboard, keeping people, federal government must consider things. Buhari cannot fight this alone. Buhari must face the truth. The truth is that the system is adopting can no longer work. Bicameral system can no longer work. Federal government system can no longer work. All the systems that are purchasing can no longer work. 52% allocation for the federal government can no longer work. Nigeria should come down to the truth. The truth that there should be a national dialogue. They should declare emergency on Nigeria nation. And they should call immediate national dialogue to know how to restructure Nigeria. That is the only solution to our problem. There should be restructuring. That's the only solution. Everybody must come to his truth, to his state, and restructure. Control your resources. Manage your state. Have your state police. Look at what's happening in Lagos State. There's minimal insecurity in Lagos because Lagos State has succeeded in trying to mount some security in different states to contain. If that is implicated in Katsina, if it's implicated in Zamfara, if it's implicated in Bonu, there will not be Boko Haram. There will not be all these crashes. They are doing what is called true federalism. That's what Nigeria needs, and that is my final take. I rest my position.
Thank you so much.
The mentality that you will bring down to the government is to share the money. That is your mentality, and you have to share that. You have to forget about that mentality before you even go into any offices.
Let the state manage their resources and control their government. Pay tax to the central. That's what restructuring means. Now apply what you mean by restructuring of the mind. Does it work?
I said it. I told you. I said restructuring is not your problem in this country in the first place. You restructure your mind first before you will now go into. Before you will now go.
Here we are to learn, to share whatever idea you have.
You cannot apply. My point is that you cannot apply that word restructuring to the mind. You can say change your mind, fine, but don't say restructure the mind.
Change your mind. Change your mind. Hey, what does that mean? What does that mean? Change your mind and do what? Restructure your mind. Restructure your mind, Oga. You don't know what that would mean? Restructure your mind. You change your mind in the first place. You will now sit down, say you understand, and restructure Nigeria. Or if you fail in all those areas, there's nothing you can restructure in these countries. So you understand, and all this property of the issue, the insecurity issue, is because the government failed to provide what they're supposed to do in time. That is the reason you find a lot of people, you find a lot of insecurity. If you look at 1990 up to today, so you understand the way the governance, the way they are, there was a difference then and now. That's the area I'm talking about. But when you are talking of sharing of the resources of the state, who are those leaders who want to undo all those things? That's the area I'm trying to go. These are those set of peoples. So you understand? Now we have a ruler. We don't have a leader. If you don't know what you are saying, I know what I'm saying. You have a ruler now, but you don't have a leader. So you understand? Because there's a quality of leadership. And if you mention those things, you will see the differences. But when you are talking of ruler, they can do and undo. So what are you now telling me? What I'm trying to say, I am using this opportunity. Your Senate and your rep, they were the one in charge. They were the one who's supposed to review the constitution. And since they failed not to review those things, there's nothing can change in the countries. Because if they want to move a restructuring, these are those ways they will move the restructuring in the countries. And once they fail, I don't see any reason. Even when the people are shouting, it's not going to reflect. Or else when you get there, you move on, all the region, they now come together and sit down. This is what we are going to do. And go back to drawing board. And draft. This is the master plan. This is like what you are going to do at the end of the day. That thing can come up. But for us to be saying that we want to restructure, with mouth, we are just making mouth. Obasanjo just said it then. That was 1999 to 2007. He said that they are going to restructure. At the end of the day, we don't see anything. The same thing happened to Yaradua. The same thing happened to Jonathan. So what are you saying? All of them, they are all the same. We have ruler, we don't have leader. That's
all of them are the same thing.
Why did you say they are the same thing?
Because the economic is bad. I'm not talking too much. The economic is bad. So they are the same team. Buhari, no way. Obasanjo, no way. So all of them are the same team. That's what I can say.
Okay. I want to ask a question from you. Sure, you understand? A leader must be, you must be a good example to people. Sure, you understand? When you are talking of leadership, a lot of things associated to leadership. You must be honest. So you understand, man? You must care for your people all the time, all the day. Their welfare is in your charge. So you understand? Their security is in your charge. So you understand, man? For if you look at those leaders we have today, so you understand? We cannot find those things in them. Shows that they are rulers. That's the area I'm trying to go in. So you understand? But when you are now telling me that those set of people were the people who is going to restructure the country, if you look at them very well, they only fight for their own pocket.
Much so that we get it clear. What in all senses now, are you saying
Restructuring is not the answer. That's
there is nothing like restructuring, or restructuring is not or restructuring is not going to work?
My brother, restructuring can work. You ask me the reason why it can work. When you change your own mind, I change my own mind. We all of us now, we are all liars, whether you like it or not. If you don't take it, you leave it. So that is the area I'm talking about. So you understand? So whether you like it or not, so you understand, we all need to change our mind. When we now change our mind, that is the beginning of, we will not go back to drum board. So that's the beginning of.
Go to area that will not be possible. Changing your mind is like a newborn baby. When you have a newborn baby, is your orientation.
Is it part of the people that are mismanaging this country? Is the point I'm saying. When you mean by changing your mind, if you make decision, it doesn't affect the direction of where Nigeria is going to. It is the Senate and the federal government that changes that twat or change direction of where this country is going to. So when you now say restructuring your mind or change your mind does not apply in this case. If we must go to restructuring, it lies in the hands of the Senate. It lies in the federal government. They have to bow to it and go back and look at what the Constitution says. We are not practicing a federated government. We are not practicing a regional government. We are not a federation, a true federation. Because a true federation releases power, are you getting me, to the states to manage their resources. Why they now pay tax, are you getting me, to the federal government. The federal government who carries out an oversight functions. Regulatory function. That's what the federal government should do. Creating, institutions, policies, and all the rest, and see to it that the state government, are you getting me, complies to the regulations and law governing the state and the entire country. So force them to comply. That's what the federal government. They are not. That's how that we are told. We are not practicing a true federalism. If we are, we will not be talking about restructuring today. Federalism is lacking. Because we are not practicing a true federalism. That's why we are talking about restructuring. Or if it was true federalism, it would have been part of it. So the point is saying that we should change our mind does not owe. Because the very people that are causing it is there say I should change my mind. How does it apply?
Now, looking at it, the spread of insecurity in Nigeria, what can you say about it?
Let me tell you, when one state of insecurity, if I come to Lagos to make problem, and power is given back to my state, to the state government of Lagos, and I'm from the north, come down to make trouble, I will be scared. Because I know that now the power is no longer in the hands of the federal government. It's in the hands of the security issues. Everything about security architecture and mechanism is in the hands of the state and the state governor. So I'll be mindful of the way I do things in Lagos. I'll be mindful of my attitude. I won't just jump into crime because I know when once the law, the full arm law is on me, that's all about me.
Since the issue of insecurity is the main point of discussion, we know what is going on in this country. that insecurity is on the high. Yes. So, well, I'm not a forced man to have a very good point of view, but insecurity, people that are perpetrating into insecurity, they have an agenda. So that when the state is insecure, they will now look into their own agitation. Like a statement made by the president that Niger Delta, they were kidnapping and they gave them amnesty, and Fulani starts their own, that they're supposed to answer them and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's somehow. It's somehow.
We had it some days ago. That Knox, kudos for Buhari on the issue of security or insecurity.
Oh,
Has he tried?
well, being a military man, I will not say he has tried, because formally, according to what Jonathan said when he went to visit Fashoranti, the killing of Fashoranti's daughter, he said there have been insecurity issue, that he was there. When he was there, the same tactics they were using, that they're supposed to change it, and which is the truth. They're supposed to change tactics. And before this government came into place, they promised us that when they come, thing of Boko Haram will be, issue of Boko Haram will be a thing of the past. And today, what we are getting, before, like what they said, that they are going for soft targets. Boko Haram is going for soft target. Now, there are no more soft target. They will go to barrack and attack. So, and later you see them telling us, like Lai Mohammed, telling us that they have defeated Boko Haram, that they are winning the war against Boko Haram and against insurgency. And tomorrow you see Boko Haram attacking military base, cutting away with their gadget or weapons. So for that, I don't see them winning the war. Being a military man, the president himself, being a military man, he's supposed to suppress them more than what we are seeing now. So it's a very terrible situation.
Well, we are still on it. So as far as insecurity issue is concerned. So, but the point I want to make is that I think some state governors are waking up to their responsibilities this time around, because I can read from this same Vanguard, you are holding that the Southwest governors, so they've came together and they've came up with an idea, the strategy and the way to carry out the security issue in the Southwest region. So from what I read, I think they've bought some vehicles or patrols, and not that from the information I also had, I think the police are working hand in hand with the local security. I'm talking about the OPC group, Agbekoyas. So they are collaborating. So they will be doing the security work together. I think that is a good development. Are you getting it? So I think they are waking up to their responsibility right now. So if they can continue on that, so as long as possible, because security issue, what we do in Nigeria is that when you have a challenge, so when you are able to surmount that challenges, so you relax. But the issue of security is not something that maybe you conquer it temporarily or whatever, and you now realize that okay, the issue of this abnormality is over. Are you getting it? So it should be in continuum. Security issue is everyday affair. Are you getting it? So I think the Southeast governors, they are doing the same thing. They've set up vigilantes that will be, that will be going around all the southeast states. I think the northern governors, they are working on the same security issue too. So I think with time and diligence and resources, I'm talking about fund, I think in couple of months, so we are going to have different results from what we are experiencing now. So I hope so. With the latest development on ground, what the governors of each state are doing right now. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Now, the issue of insecurity and tackling of insecurity has been going on for a very long time. Now, the president also have stated that the Boko Haram banditry of a thing, Fulani herdsmen, kidnapping, all of these insurgencies will be contained. But it seems for the past few months, Nigerians have not seen these changes. Buhari, we all know that he was a former head of state, now a democratic president, which people expected so much from him. But it seems some Nigerians, I won't say all Nigerians, are not seeing that attribute in Buhari is not exhibiting what he was. Quite alright, some person said he portrayed that simply because Idiagbon was backing him up. That even the time of Idiagbon, he wasn't the one in charge. Idiagbon was being proactive, he was active, he was delivering. Now, Idiagbon is not there, and this is not the military era. This is the democratic. This is a democratic setting. Buhari is not acting the way Nigerians are expected. I'm sorry, viewers across the globe. What's your own take on this?
Well, what happened is that before Buhari came to power, so the issue of Boko Haram insurgency is so rampant. So we record killings every day. So, but the purpose, that is one of the purpose. That is one of the reasons majority of Nigerians voted for Buhari, being a retired military and former head of state. Nigerians thought that he has the capacity to deal with this insecurity issue, but unfortunately, since 2015 up to today, there is nothing different. The matter is even getting worse. Are you getting it? So that is to tell you that being a military man and the insurgency or insecurity is not, it's not the same. Let me put it in that way. So, but people believe that he should be able to deal with this, this insecurity issue, being a retired military general. So, but the case is otherwise. So, but I think if the government can be serious enough, if the government can put more effort and they are not playing politics with it, if they are sincere, so I think it's a surmountable problem. But in a situation whereby they will be having different information, they will be telling Nigerians different things. So because they told us the Boko Haram have been technically defeated, but this very week, the people from Borno, they protested. They even wrote a letter that maybe people are misinforming the president, that the case is totally different. So presently, Boko Haram are still controlling some local governments in Borno State, but government will not come up with the truth. So they should not play policies with it. So and they have to change the security chiefs, the security architectures. Are you getting it? So because when you give somebody a task and they could not deliver at the appointed time, so the person is to strategize or change that person and try another person. So let's see what that person will do different or will offer. Are you getting it? So but up to today, Made in Nigeria has been clamoring, change the security chiefs, change the security, but Buhari refused. So because of politics, when you take politics, when you are playing the life of people with politics, so it is dangerous.
Some even call it politics, not even politics.
Yes, it's a trick because they trick us. So that is just all I can say. But I still hope and I still believe that if they can be sincere, if they can provide the necessary equipment, so if corruption is not involved, are you getting it? Because that is what actually happened during Jonathan, when money was budgeted for security and some people just looted the money. So if corruption does not involve, so if the security themselves, they are sincere, they are well equipped, they are well paid, so I think they will have the courage to face any security challenge.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution, K, on the street and at the newsstands on Flip TV. All right, this is where we wrap it up on today's edition of Bystanders at Newsstands on Flip TV with your number one, Michael Adekunle. Remember, Bystanders is one of the best newspaper review that you can listen to, you can watch on Flip TV. Till I join you next time on the same platform, I remain Michael Adekunle, Latif Adeboale behind the camera in the studio. Michael Ojo, the editor himself, very brilliant editor, keeping it real on Flip TV. Michael Adekunle saying goodbye to you on Bystanders at Newsstand. Till I meet you anytime, I won't say tomorrow. Bye.